Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Adamas Machina AM-T02 Tantrum from the box set for Predacon. You can see him there in front of, well, you can see him here, and of course no box again because, you know, doing that at the end. But yeah, this is his alt mode. This is how he's packaged, and yes, he turns into a bull. Surprise! Yeah, I know, right? But getting in close a little bit, you can see actually he's got some pretty cool detailing and stuff in the paint and whatnot. All that, yeah, all that paint, which I haven't really, I've talked about, but I haven't really talked about in depth. But yeah, these guys have a lot of paint on them, like some of the most painted Transformers ever. But yeah, you got this stuff with my red bullhead. You got the like gray horns, you got the all golden yellow eyes. You got a lot, again, the little oranges and crimsons and yeah, burgundies and grays and pale rose golds and more oranges and silvers and grays, and yeah, you can see the robot mode legs right there, but it's not too bad. You got this whole grid thing, which is nicely textured and everything. Got the Decepticon symbol right there, all that stuff. There you go. Yeah, and of course, yeah, just kind of an underside. There's some die-cast right there, and there you go. He looks pretty good, actually. The only real complaint I would have about the alt modes is, yeah, these robot mode legs are just right there, and maybe that there's no tail, but I'm not really too fussed about that. And generally, he just looks pretty good. Articulation, though, he is kind of limited. There is a swivel right here, and that's about it for the head. But I'm not even sure that the mouth can open, but not very well, not very much. There's not really anything going on in there. The front legs, you got this right here, I guess, although that looks really weird once you go to a certain point. You do have rotation here. There is a hinge right here, although it stops right there, so you only go back. And there's a hinge right here, which can go forward and back. And right here, the rear legs, all you got is hinge right here going forward and back, and that's it. So yeah, he's pretty much just, you plant him down, and that's it. You do not move him. I guess you could adjust how the horns sit, too. You can do that if you want to have them more forward or whatever, however you want them. But yeah, apparently it's supposed to actually be up like that. Go figure. Yeah, so you can do that, but there's really not a whole lot there. As for accessories, he does have, as well, a little rifle, which you can see right there. Again, that's some nice tech detailing-y stuff, but also just very much a single color. This, if you want to attach it, you can attach it here, but that will get in the way. That'll kind of get in the way, and also it's pointing down. If you really want to attach it properly, there's a little slot right there, and you point it down there, and don't think about how that looks rude. So there is that. And of course, you actually the feet, Predacon's feet, big old chunks right here. These can attach as well. What you do is right here is you pull these little bits out right there, and then you peg them into the sides right here in those peg holes. And again, pull that peg out, and then that peg hole right here on the side, you just plug it in, and now he's got some big old honking guns on his sides, and makes him more terrifying to deal with. So yeah, there you go. Tantrum here is a pretty solid. It's a literally pretty solid looking bull. It's not particularly posable. With these things, it looks kind of a little goofy, but also kind of scary. With the guns, these can wiggle, but the guns can kind of wiggle a little bit. But yeah, I don't know a whole lot. I'll probably talk more about that later in the combined mode. But yeah, and yeah, they've got this kind of looking goofy. But yeah, it just generally looks pretty decent. Other than, yeah, my only real complaint about the looks is actually just those legs just chilling out right there. I wish there was something to do about that, but not much has been done. But as for some measurements in this mode, his length, not including accessories, is about 4 inches or 10.2 centimeters, and his weight is, again, not including accessories, is 2.9 ounces or 82 grams. Because yeah, these feet are pretty heavy in their own right. So yeah, there's that. So getting some comparisons real quick. Here he is with the power of the primes. Tantrum, I think this was, they did not call him Tantrum. I don't remember what it was called, but it wasn't Tantrum now. It's some other T word. There's the two of them right there. Two very different bulls. Very different sizes. There you go. And here he is with the Kang Toys Tantrum. I don't remember what his name is again, but yeah. The bulls themselves are pretty close to the same size, although obviously some differences in like how they sit and whatnot. The general mass is roughly the same, so there's that as well. So we're going to get him transformed into his robot mode real quick, which is very simple. So yeah, just again, pull the accessories off and put those off to the side for now. Including the gun, put that off the side. Right here, what you want to do is take the rear legs and just fold those up like that and like that. what you want to do here is then untab these bits right here, and you just extend this out right there. And you take these, there's little tabs here which helps you pull the feet out like that. And then you split the legs, and that's the lower half done. And right here, what you want to do is take the legs right here, and fold these up, and then fold these up as well. There's a tab right here which will go in a little slot on the hoof, so it sits like that. Again, sits, you know, bring it back and sits, so it sits like that. And then you want to go ahead and take this piece right here and bring it down like so. Bring this piece down like so. And then right here you want to bring the hand out like that. And like that. And right here you're going to take the bull head and rotate it 180 like this. Bring the horns up so it's kind of sitting more like that. More sitting up like that. And then there's right here this block right here. Just raise that up till it clicks into place. And there you go. There is Tantrum. There's Tantrum in his robot mode. And yep, Tantrum here is, well, he looks like Tantrum. Yeah, Tracy's how transformation, incredibly simple. Like, yeah, him and Headstrong have the simplest transformations because, yeah, surprise, him and Headstrong share a lot of engineering. But yeah, it's just have this incredibly simple transformations, and yeah, you get pretty good looking robot modes. The only thing, yeah, the only real complaint would be, yeah, this massive thing behind the legs, which is like all this hollow space, but like the actual legs here, which is not hollow, just have this extra stuff hanging off, which is one part of me wishes there was a way to clean that up, but also like understand, again, it's like one of those, like at this size, you know, engineering can get a little tricky and you don't want it too complicated because you want this to be nice and solid. So yeah, there's the compromise for the combined mode right there, but honestly, it's not the worst thing, particularly from the front. It's not terrible, honestly. So yeah, that's pretty much what kills it for me when it comes to like, you know, I guess favorite rankings. This is part of the reason why Dive Bomb is so much my favorite, just because this stuff right here, and these guys are. But yeah, it doesn't feel as compromised to a degree as Razor Claw and Rampage do. Yeah, generally though, he looks pretty darn good. You can see again getting in closer. The head's picked out nicely with, you know, the gold faceplate, the gold face, and the blue visor, mono visor eye, and the, you know, of course, the bull head around it. You know, again, all this same detailing from the alt mode and stuff. This nice thing, big old grill front and center, everything. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Again, these little die-cast bits of feet right there. You know, this all folds up pretty well. Again, this only thing is then that stuff right there. So yeah, generally, I think he looks pretty decent. He's not my favorite, but he's not the worst either. Him along with Headstrong have the same kind of general qualities. So yeah, but articulation wise, you have pretty much just a swivel with the head. There is no up or down. Well, there's kind of up, or yeah, there's kind of down, but you're kind of unplugging that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Rotation here, you got full 360 there. You got outward, actually quite a bit of outward. The bicep swivel is actually pretty decent right there. Elbows are unfortunately kind of again the weird, kind of disjointed elbows because of how he transforms and everything, but they do get the job done. The wrists do not swivel, but they can hinge inward thanks to transformation. There is no waist swivel because, again, there's actually nothing there because that's hollow because, well, that's for the combined mode. Right here at the hips, though, you do have forward about that far, backwards about that far, outward you do have the full splits and then some, which is nice. You have a high swivel right there. You do have a knee bend. Pretty good knee bend right there, but almost just shy of 90 degrees only because of sculpting. And down here at the feet, you do have, of course, ankle tilt, which is, there's a lot of it right there. And of course, the toes can go up and down right here, and the heel can actually go up and down too because of how it all works. So opposability, he's a bit compromised, namely the head and the waist, and the elbows look funny, but they do function. So there is that stuff. As for, again, accessories, of course, the rifle, you can just, you know, plug into his hand. So again, just a slot and a tab type of thing. Got that. He's leaning back a little bit. And yeah, again, with these things, these you're supposed to attach these pretty much right here again, and they'll just kind of, you catch them right there. Sorry, that's the thing, is sometimes the hinge on these just kind of cause them to collapse in. You can attach them right here on the legs if you want. You can also, if you really want to, kind of go a little nuts and attach them up again, the hinge, attach them up here like that. So I'm just gonna take it. There is a bit of stiffness. So you can attach them however you want. You know, there's, again, options there. Just want to show, you know, the two different configurations, although there is now lopsidedness. So yeah, just be mindful of that, the lopsidedness of the, you know, when you're attaching these guys, it is a lot of extra weight, which will, you know, cause them to fall over in certain situations. Yeah. Again, it's kind of impressive. These are friction joints. They're holding up the weight of these feet pretty well. So there's that. The only thing, yeah, because if you bring them down like this, I believe this is where the instructions want you to put them. It's right there on the legs. It's been a second, but yeah, I think it helps with the lowers as it sort of lowers the center of gravity a bit, which helps a degree with the stability, but also makes it so you kind of have to have his arms just kind of up and on top of these things, and yeah, but you can do all that. So there you go. And again, as for measurements, his height in this mode is 4 3/4 inches or 12.1 centimeters. So there is that. So getting in some comparisons, here is Power of the Primes, Tantrum, Torlax, I think it's something like that, who's significantly taller. Yeah, significantly taller. That's the other thing is with these, you kind of want to angle them down a bit, and they kind of act as bracers so that, you know, he doesn't fall over all the time. But you can see he, you know, significantly taller right there. And of course, here's the Kang Toys Tantrum, who, yeah, they took a lot of liberties with, but, you know, hey, again, pretty close to the same height though. So there is that. So yeah, Tantrum, he's not bad. Again, he along with Headstrong kind of right smack in the middle of the ranking, so to speak. The alt mode looks good. Posability is very lacking. The transformation is incredibly simple. The robot mode is, you know, got some degree of compromise, but it doesn't feel as compromised as Rampage and Razor Claw, but feels more compromised than Dive Bomb. The accessories of how you're supposed to attach them is kind of, thankfully it's optional. You don't have to attach all this stuff, so if you don't want to. But, you know, it's kind of a little awkward looking, but he looks all right. And again, the big compromise, of course, is just, again, the legs being the way they are. But to me, that's not a huge problem. Plus, I guess, you know, lack of articulation just because of how he works for the combined mode. So he's not bad. Yeah, I would say he's actually pretty decent overall. And of course, generally, just like all of them, just has really nice paint and whatnot. So that's it for this review. I hope you find it informative and entertaining. Hope you like and comment and subscribe. Check out my social media down in the description and in the video. Check out my Ko-fi and my Patreon. I shall see you next time with another video review.